Hi guys, give me just a moment as I am going to link this video to my Facebook account so everybody can join. Hey, come here. Come over here. I'm gonna just do one more and then I'll get started. I'm a little early. Okay. All right, so if you're joining me today, just give me a quick shout and let me know that you're here. Just say hi. I'm just going to do the normal Pilates introduction, kind of let you guys know if you've never done Pilates, how to be safe and how to use proper form. So in place of a ball, I have a pillow, and you can use the ball. Even if you have a small kid's ball, you can use that as well. Or you can use a pillow if we're going to use this underneath in our knees or underneath our head. These work together. I would invest in a magic circle. These are great for utilizing during Pilates. You can use them for all different types of exercises. And if you don't have this, if we are using this around our legs at all, you can always use like a yoga belt as well. I'm going to try to incorporate more of my props for this. Okay, so let's start with the breathing techniques. So with Pilates breath, what I want you to do is I want you to get your dog in order. And then, hey, whoa. Let's start by just taking in a deep breath. So put your hands on your lower ribs. And as you take in a nice big deep breath, exhale as you pull your hands together. And as you pull your hands together, I want you to bring your belly button back and up. While you're doing this, make sure that you're sitting up tall. Make sure that your crown is to the ceiling. Hands can be placed down. Taking a nice big deep breath. And exhale. As you're exhaling, bring everything together. Now, what that's going to do is that's going to help you with kind of bringing these abdominal muscles together after a pregnancy, after surgeries, even just by being overweight, these can lose their constriction. So it's good to actively do the Pilates breath. It might be backwards than some of the yoga breath, but this is all about contracting the muscles, bringing everything in and up, lifting and elevating the pelvic floor muscles, which is good for people of all ages and not just women, but for men as well. So just keep that breath work in mind as we're working out. Okay, we're going to get started. Come down onto your mat. Hold on to the backs of your legs. I'm going to move my dog so you can see what I'm doing. Hold on to the backs of your legs. I'm going to turn my music down just so you guys can hear me. All right, grab onto the backs of your legs and slowly start to articulate and roll on your sacrum and sit up tall. Roll back down and then sit back up tall. Taking a nice big deep breath. Exhale, corset your ribs together as you roll all the way down. Bring your hands up to the ceiling. And then I want you to actively pull yourself back up. Roll all the way back down. Articulate through each vertebrae. Arms back up. Come all the way back up. You can keep your knees bent or you can have your feet straight. Suzu, you're in the view. Come over this way. Okay. Now, we're going to move into roll-ups. So, you can have your feet straight, flexed, spine stacked, and you're going to slowly start to articulate each vertebrae down. Hands come up over by your ears. Inhale, exhale as you peel all the way up. Now, if you've had a C-section or a twin birth, this can be a very hard one. This can be difficult for anybody who's just depending on how your spine is built. You can always keep your knees bent to pull yourself up. This is a good way to kind of wake up your spine. If you find it is too difficult, you can keep your knees bent, roll down, and then come back up. Last one, bring your knees back onto the mat. Bring your feet close to your bottom. Roll your shoulder blades down. Neck is going to be long. We're moving into bridges. So I want you to notice your spine and how your spine feels. Your tailbone, your sacrum is going to be touching the mat. You're going to have a little space here underneath your back. This back space is something that you want to kind of honor. You do want your lower ribs to touch and your thoracic spine. You're going to have the little space curvature underneath your neck. And then you're going to have the back of your head. So just breathe into this for a moment and just feel each part of your spine touching the mat and which spots are lifted. Exhale. Bring those ribs together. Bring that belly button back in. You can even put your hands on your belly as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, try to draw that belly button back towards your spine. All right, hands down long by your hips. We're going to start with pelvic tilt. So we're just lifting our sacrum up off of the mat and then rolling it back down. It's kind of a small movement. And then slowly start to articulate each vertebrae up. Taking a deep breath here. Exhale as you articulate each vertebrae down. Now, you can grab your ball or your pillow, put it in between your knees, squeeze with your knees as you are articulating each vertebrae up. Taking a nice big deep breath when you're lifted, squeeze in, and then slowly articulate your vertebrae, each vertebrae down. Let's do one more bridge. Squeeze in with your legs. Pull that belly button back to your spine. Come all the way up. Knees reach for the opposite wall. Taking a deep breath here and hold. And on your exhale, articulate each vertebrae all the way down. Great. We're going to move the ball from out in between our legs. You can set it off to the side. I'm just making sure there's no messages here of people who are trying to log in. Give me just a moment. Okay. We're moving into single leg. Let's start with our right leg first. Keep your left leg bent and close to your bottom. Your right leg is going to stretch out long. Shoulder blades are rolled down, neck is long. We're going to lift our leg, our right leg. It's going to stay pointed. And we're just going to hold it here for just a moment. Breathe into that leg as it's stretched out long. And then lower it. Inhale up. Exhale as you lower your leg. Inhale up. Exhale as you lower your leg. You want both hips and both shoulders to be square on the mat. We are trying to create stability while our leg is creating instability. One more up and then all the way down. Straighten your left leg. Bring your right leg back up to your 90 degree. So make sure your tailbone is down on the mat. And we are going to drape this leg over, circle it around. And we're kind of doing slower, kind of dinner plate size circles. No, no, no. Focus on your hips and on your shoulders. Keep that head down. Ooh, reverse. And I'm getting tired. Do two more. 1, 2. Bring that knee in. Get a good stretch. Bring that knee down, your right leg down, close to your bum, foot flat on the mat. Lift your left leg, pointed toes, and we're just going to do some lower lifts here. This is kind of just turning on our hip joints, letting us feel the instability in each shoulder and leg. Keeping your hips squared, shoulders squared. One more lower lift. Now we're going to straighten our right leg. Bring that left leg up to your 90 degree. 90 degree means that your tailbone is still on the mat. So it doesn't have to be up high because then you're compromising your back. So keep it up to your 90 degree. And then we're going to do circles. Drape it across your body, round over. Today, this leg feels a little bit stronger than my other leg, and you may notice that too. Keep breathing. Arms long, neck long, shoulder blades rolled down, reverse. Bend that knee in. Wonderful. Bring both legs back down onto the mat. Bring them close to your bottom. We're going to be moving into hundreds. And with hundreds, You can always support your neck or your back with your pillow or your ball. So, and if you're not using your ball, you're going to be curling up. Hands are going to be reaching down by your side. And we're pumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to inhale for 5 breaths. You're going to exhale for 5 breaths. If you're feeling stronger, go into tabletop. Pull that belly in. Gaze is down at your belly. If you're feeling stronger, you can move into a higher straight leg. If you're feeling stronger, you can lower it. That takes it into your hip flexors a little bit more. I'm about at this level today. Focus on your breath. Focus on pulling your abs together. One, two, three, four, five, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your feet down, pull your ball or pillow out, roll all the way down. You're going to feel that really turned on your abs. And that's exactly what we want for right now. Okay, moving on to, let's come to a seated position, whichever one's easiest for you. Moving into rolling like a ball. So you can just grab onto your shins and lift your feet. Keep your soles stuck together. Keep your knees within shoulder distance. If you have your knees too wide, you're compromising the position. So with your feet lifted, your gaze is down at your belly. I want your back in a C shape. And if this is all that you have for today, then we can just stick with this. Breathe into this. Breathe into the balancing of it. And then if you feel comfortable, we're going to start rolling, but I only want you to roll to your mid back. Taking a nice big deep breath. Exhale as you roll back. Now, what you can do is you can grab your ball or your pillow, put it in between your knees, and then when you're rolling, you're not going to be compromised on your legs coming back and away from your body. Try to keep your feet lifted. Last one, take the ball out, bring the ball down to the side. Now we're going to pretty much move into the next exercise from this position. You're going to roll down, holding onto your legs. Let's hold onto our right knee as we stretch our left leg out. You're still curled up. You can have that ball underneath your neck if you need that. And we're alternating. As you are pushing out with the other leg and pulling the opposite leg in, you're pushing on a button on the opposite side of the wall. And you're exhaling. Make sure it's not your neck doing the lifting. It is your chest and your belly, your abdominals doing the lifting. Grab both knees, roll all the way down, take a little break. Check in with your neck, check in with your shoulders. Coming back up for double leg stretch, roll all the way up. Arms and legs are going to come all the way out. Sweep around in a circle, pull back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come all the way down. Take a rest, bring your head onto the mat, bring your knees up, and then let's bring your toes to the mat. We're going to just get a nice little hip stretch in here. We're going to drop your legs to the right side. bring them back up to the center. Inhale as you drop down to the opposite side. Come all the way back up. Inhale. Drop all the way to the opposite side. Great. Keep your ball close by. And if you don't have a ball, you don't have to use this one. Bringing your legs up to your 90 degrees. We're going to go into we're going to open our legs about shoulder width apart. And as you come lifted up, you're going to take the ball and we're going to do toe taps. Opposite leg to opposite foot. Now, if you don't have a ball, you can just tap your shins, okay? Stay lifted the entire time. Gazes at your belly. Exhale up, exhale up, exhale up. Bend your knees in, come all the way down. Taking a nice big deep breath. Roll your shoulder blades down. Moving into figure 8, same thing. We're going to curl up. Legs are going to open. We're going to alternate the ball. Weave it in between our legs. Try to keep your legs and hips steady. Bring your knees in. Come all the way down. Woo. All right. Grab a drink of water if you need to. Okay, set your ball off to the side. Moving into scissors. So we're going to still be rolled all the way down. And let's start with the right leg. Left leg's going to come down. Now we're going to grab onto either our calf or our lower leg. And then grab up higher. And we're going to go boop, boop, boop. Switch, boop, boop. Try to bring your knee to your nose. Never grab behind your knee. And then come all the way in and down. All right, let's grab the magic circle for this next one. And if you don't have it, you can just grab the ball or your pillow. Coming all the way down, place the magic circle in between your legs. You're going to squeeze in on it. And we're just going to do some lower lifts. As you come down, you're going to exhale back up. Now you're only moving a short distance on your 90 degrees. You're pretty much just pushing your legs from your 90 degrees down. And then as you come up, you're kind of doing a quick exhale. And what that's going to do is that's going to get this lower belly. That's going to get your lower belly area. All right, let's put your legs on the outside of the magic circle if you have one, or on the pillow. Now you can also grab the magic circle and place it on the outsides of your ankles. Squeeze out. Or you can use your yoga strap for this. Make sure that your tailbone is on the mat and you're not compromising your lower back. All right. That one is hard. One more, we're going to come back up. Legs are going to be stuck together. We're moving into a corkscrew. So, what's up? Better sit right here. Okay, so corkscrew, we're going to be moving in one direction and then the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring your knees in. Now we're going to do a little bit more of an exaggerated corkscrew. And if your lower back is not ready for this, or if you've had like any recent surgery, I wouldn't suggest doing this. You're going to really exaggerate your corkscrew, bring it all the way up and then all the way down. Roll your shoulders down. Now, you can just do these little ones. Those are just as hard, if not harder. You do the kind of the dinner plate size ones. I'm going to see if I'm warmed up enough to do a roll up. If you are not more of an advanced student, or if you haven't tried this with an instructor, maybe just watch and see what you can build up to. So your legs are going to come out, up, and over. And you're going to be slowly articulating and rolling all the way down. Come back up. And then slowly come all the way down. Coming down is the hard part. That's where you're using your abdominal muscles to get your back all the way down. And your head is supposed to stay down. There's a lot of things I'm still working on to get my my short spines in better practice. Okay, come to a seated position. I'm going to turn my mat a little bit. Sorry, let me back up. Great. Okay. So your legs are going to go, let's start with spine stretch first. So your feet are going to be stretched out in front of you. Feet are going to be flexed. You're going to sit up tall. You're sitting on your ischial tuberosity, so you can move out any tissue here that you need to. Arms are going to be stretched out in front of you. Shoulder blades are going to roll down. Neck is long. And we are simply rolling over a ball as we bring our belly button up and in. Stack up tall. Inhale. Exhale as you roll over. This really stretches my hamstrings, which, as we are all kind of just sitting around and are unable to go hiking or whatever, your hamstrings can get kind of tight. So this is also a good hamstring stretch. And you're rolling over that ball, really pulling back, almost like somebody's giving you a hug right here and pulling you back, this part of your body back as you reach forward. And you're getting this flexion movement within your spine. All right, this next one, we're going to open our legs just a little bit wider. Now, if you're having a hard time even sitting like this, you are welcome to keep your knees bent. But if you are able to keep them straight, you can keep them straight. Hands come out to a T. You're going to bring, let's start with our left leg. Our left pinky hand is going to reach over our right foot. This back hand is up, gaze is down towards the knee, and you are rotating the spine here. Stuck up tall, come to center, inhale. Exhale as you come to this opposite side, back hand is up. And look at where my head and neck are. Stack back up, inhale. And as you're coming down, you're exhaling, pulling that belly button back to the spine. Stacking back up tall. And exhaling. Exhaling. One more. Wonderful. Zip your legs together. Bring your knees up. I'm just going to check my phone real quick and get my mat back into a good spot for you guys. Moving into single leg kick. So come onto your belly, whichever way is easiest for you. And once you're on your belly, I want you to focus on the tops of your feet being down. I want you to focus on your pubic symphysis being pressed into the mat, and also your belly being engaged and pulled the whole time. This will help support your back. If you've had any recent back surgery, you should be really careful with back extensions. If you have back pain, extensions may not feel great. Work within your limit. Back extensions are good for helping spinal health. I know that for me personally, they don't feel very good, but I like to, I'm getting better at them. All right, so let's have your hands down in front, or you can have your hands underneath your shoulders. Head is going to come down to the mat. Feet are pressed into the floor. Your abs are engaged, and we're just coming up. This is a very small movement, but if you're doing it right, you're going to feel the right muscles turn on. Exhale as you come up. Pull those abs in. Inhale down. Exhale as you come up. Inhale down. Great. Elbows are going to zip underneath your shoulders. If you feel comfortable with your back being in this level, you can. If not, you can come down diamond shape with your hands here in front of your forehead. If you feel comfortable here, let's start with the left leg. We're going to bend it. Bring your foot to your bum. Gaze is going to be down here at the mat. You're going to bump it twice. Bump, bump. Really feel the quad and hip stretch here. Bump it twice. Bump, 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 bump. Keep those abs engaged. Now moving into double leg stretch. This is going to be a little bit more of an advance. You're going to come all the way down. Let's start looking to the left side first. Hands are going to lock behind your body. Feet are going to be hip width apart, and you're going to bring both feet up. You can stay lifted if you want, or your head can stay on the mat. And you're coming down. Switch to the opposite side with your head. Feel that stretch. Bring both legs up. Actively keep those shoulders pulled back. One side is harder than the other. Bring both legs down, both arms down. Bring your arms up to your underneath your body, and we are going to go into side lane. So let's start. You can start with the by laying on your right side. Grab your pillow or your ball. You can always support your head like this. You can go like this, but I do prefer a ball. Hinge forward at your hips. So there'll be a slight hinge here. Now you're also going to lift up on this lower part of your ribs, okay? You're pulling your abdomen together, belly button back towards your spine, crown and tailbone long. Lift your top leg, flex your foot, point your foot, flex your foot, point your foot. We're going to do little circles. Now, have this other hand down to help stabilize you right here. As you can feel, if your hips are moving around as you're doing your circle, it's not what we are wanting to accomplish with this. I'm wanting your hips to be very stable and your upper body to be very stable as we are creating instability with this leg. Reverse your circles. We're going to slide our toe up our leg, up to the ceiling, and all the way down. Slide your toe up to the ceiling, slow with control. Last one. Now we're going to just do a flexed foot, kick that forward, make sure you don't compromise your hips, and then point back. Flex forward, point back. Flex forward, point back. Flex forward, point back. Bicycles, knee to your nose. Push with your heel all the way down. Knee to your nose. Push all the way down. Knee to your nose. And then we're going to bat. Flex foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drape that leg over. Get a nice stretch here. We're going to bring the top foot to where your foot is flat. If you are unable to, you can just leave it draped over. Flex this bottom foot as we do some lifts here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. We're going to roll on to our next side. Actually, wait, before we do that, let's do some clams. These are good for the lower back. Keep your feet glued together. Keep your hips stacked. We're just going to open and close our knees. You can keep your hand up here or down here, whichever feels better for you. Inhale. Exhale. You're going to feel that turn on your glutes. Last one. All right, grab your ball or pillow, and then let's flip to the opposite side, whichever way is easiest for you to get up and to move over. Same thing, support your head or neck with your pillow, your ball, or your arm. Your hips are going to hinge forward slightly. And then check in with your abdomen. Zip up your abdomen here. Pull your belly button back to your spine. Inhale as you lift your leg. And we're just going to do some circles. Make sure your hips are stacked. Make sure that your body is not flopping all over the place. And these can be small circles. We don't want these to be large circles. Slow and controlled, and then reverse. Last one. Without stopping, drop your toe, bring your toe all the way up your leg as you bring it up and all the way down. Slow and controlled. Exhale. Last one. Don't stop. Foot is going to come down, flexed. We're going to kick our flex foot forward, point our foot back as we don't compromise our hips. So it can be a small movement, and you're feeling this here. You're feeling some of it in your glutes, but mainly you're feeling it in your abs. And if you need to stop, reset, and turn your abs back on, we can do that. Last one, we're going to go into bicycles. Knee to your nose. Push that heel all the way down. Knee to nose. Push that heel all the way down. Take in a nice big deep breath. Push out with control. And then don't stop. We're going to come over the top of our leg and we're going to bat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drape that leg over, get a nice stretch. And then this bottom foot is going to, you can bring your knee up if you're comfortable with that. You're going to flex this foot and you're going to bat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wonderful. Bring the ball out from underneath your neck. Come all the way up to a seated position. We're going to move into some kind of beginner teasers. Teasers have been difficult, are difficult. I'm getting a little bit better at them. It's just taking time for me to warm up to teasers. They can be difficult. Okay, grab onto the backs of your legs here. You're going to roll all the way down. Still, you're going to be lifted. And your arms and legs are going to come out like so. And then you're going to come all the way up, bend your knees in, hug them into your body. Now, teasers are where your hands and feet are stretched out into a V. You're supposed to come all the way down. I like to sweep. That helps me get a little bit of momentum up because I'm still getting to my good teaser phase and I'm a little out of practice because I don't have my teachers teaching me right now. Bring them all the way up. Oh. Bring them in. And I'm going to show you a little bit of an easier way to get into a teaser. Single leg teaser, so you can kind of come down, bring one leg in. You can do this. You're still working this area. You're only supposed to do like 3 or 4 of the teasers. Or you can just go from a seated position and try to get your body into the V here. What's hard is the scooping up and then the coming down. Scooping up and then coming all the way down. All right, good job. Teasers are difficult. Come to a seated position. We're going to put the heels of our soles together. If you are unable to thread your arms through your legs to hold on to your feet, you can just hold on to your shins. But if you can, thread your hands all the way through. You're going to have your feet together, gaze is at your belly, and if you can just hold and balance here, then we're doing a good job. Taking a deep breath. And roll back, come all the way up, and then clap your feet. Arr, arr. This is the seal for a reason, and it's a mandatory bark. Arr, arr. Come all the way down, all the way up. Arr, arr. And make sure you're only rolling to the back of your shoulder blades. I think I rolled a little too much. And you're supposed to keep the diamond on your feet the same distance when you go down and up, and then balancing when you come up. From here, don't let go. We're going to grab onto our the backs of our legs here and just try to straighten as you're balancing here. If you can grab up and roll, you can try that. You can try one leg, or you cannot roll at all. You can just grab one leg. Sorry, I fell on that one. You can just, this is also good practice. You just take your foot, move it out to the side, move the other one out to the side. But if you can, I can't hold my ankles today, but I can hold back here and roll back. Oof. Yeah, it's been a lot of seats sitting around for me too. All right, come on to your mat facing me. Let's start with kind of having our left knee bent out. This right leg is going to be out here back behind you. If you have your ball, you can use your ball for mermaid. If not, you can just have your hand here and you'll be bending your elbow. Arm up, shoulder blades roll down. Keep your hand on your ball as we are rolling, arching over, stacking back up tall, rolling over, inhaling up, rolling over. Bring this hand down to your ball or to the mat and just get a little bit more of a stretch. Come back up, all the way up. Inhale, over, and then come all the way back up. Stretch up. Last one. Okay, switch your legs. The left leg will be kind of off to the back, and you'll be a little bit seated on this right leg. Try to drop your left hip as you bring your left arm up, left shoulder blade down. And I'll demo this without the ball. So you'll be bending your elbow as you're getting a little bit of that side stretch. Now bring that other hand down to the mat, walk it out, breathe into that stretch, pull back, bring your arm in front, back up, down, long neck, shoulder blades down, arch over, bring your other hand down and meet your opposite hand as you stretch out. Inhale as you bring in, and last one. Drop that shoulder blade down, arch over, have this hand meet the opposite hand as you come out, walk it back in, and we're done with that part. That one's called mermaid. Okay, let's come onto our knees. If you can't sit on your knees, you can sit cross-legged or whichever way is easiest for you. We're just going to do a little bit of side stretching. Now, I want you to take your left hand. You can kind of sit on it. Put your hand gently on the opposite side of your head. And just do a little ear to shoulder stretch. Breathe into that. You're going to feel that down on the left hand. Switch. You're going to sit on your right hand. Bring your left hand up as you pull your left ear to your left shoulder. Breathe into that. Great. Let's come to our hands and our knees. We're going to go into a downward dog. So you're going to push all the way up. Drop your heels. You can walk your dog, get a little bit of movement there. Walk all the way up to your hands. And I'd like you to forward fold over. Drop your head. Shake yes. Shake no. And then slowly start to articulate each vertebrae up as you roll all the way up. And once you're up, if you can see me back here, circle your wrists and then circle your feet. Roll your shoulder blades back. And then I'd like you to bring your hand to your heart and your other hand to your belly. And thank yourself for giving yourself some time. Breathe into that. And thank you for joining me on Mat Pilates. Please keep me updated on if there's something else you would like to see, or if there's something else you would like for me to integrate into my class at this time. All right. Say bye, Zuzu. See ya.